Welcome to my Glow session. Today we will explore how to cultivate an AI maker mindset. I'm Isabelle Plante, and I'm excited to share how we can shift our learners from passive AI consumers to active creators, fostering student agency, creativity, and critical thinking. Using AI feels a little like using a microwave or a slot machine. You press a button, wait, and hope for a good outcome. The hidden problem is that we're being trained to consume technology passively, blindly accepting its limitations and uncertainties and giving up our agency. Agency is essential. Without it, we lose our motivation, our resilience, our curiosity, and our creative confidence. My big concern with platforms like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude, and especially student-facing AI platforms like MagicSchool and Flint, is that their opaque designs overlook agency, undermine learning, and stifle creativity. As passionate educators, we need to foster a maker mindset in AI education. A maker treats AI like a workshop, and a space to tinker, experiment, remix, customize, and build. This approach opens new perspectives and possibilities, turning learners into architects of technology rather than end users. In this session, you'll discover transparent alternatives to black box AI, see examples of student-created AIs, and get actionable strategies to reclaim AI agency in your classroom. I've taught IB music performance and music technology in Montreal, Canada for 20 years. One of my favorite music projects was inspired by the Story of Stuff cartoon and book by Annie Leonard. In it, she explains the business strategy of planned obsolescence, where a product is intentionally designed to have a limited useful life, causing it to become outdated or break down quickly. Companies do this to encourage consumers to repurchase and consume more. To tackle planned obsolescence, we held a MagicSchool lab in our school's workshop, where we learned to solder and repair our broken music equipment. We fixed headphones, electric guitars, patch cords, speakers, and even replaced cell phone screens and batteries. This hands-on project sparked real empowerment and agency in my students, and it was the type of experience that now fuels my AI work. We'll circle back to this music project later. I want to pivot and explain how I became interested in AI beyond simply experimenting with generative AI music apps. My more in-depth interest in AI started a few years ago with a little seed. This seed opened my eyes to how big AI is trapping us in an unhealthy, over-consumerist approach, which parallels the lessons from the Story of Stuff. In generative AI, the seed is a parameter that randomizes the probability of the token output, like a word. If this parameter is set to a specific number, a fixed value, then the output token becomes deterministic. This means you can reproduce the same output over and over. This is important because it gives you a competitive advantage, the ability to generate consistent, unique outputs. Let's have some fun and play with a seed parameter using a text-to-image diffusion model on Hugging Face. Create a free account and try my cat prompt. B&W tuxedo cat reclining on a carpet, oil on canvas 48 by 48. With random seeds, you get varied cat images, cute, fun, and unpredictable. Now, let's fix the seed to a specific number. To do this, unselect in the Advanced Settings, Randomized Seed, and then enter the specific seed number 6648085544. Look, you get the exact same image as me every time. Why do proprietary AIs hide parameters like the seed from us? And why do they set the seed value to be randomized by default? I think they want us to believe in AI magic, and they want us to become addicted to this magic. Platforms like ChatGPT are machine-centric, black boxes. They don't make their internal workings visible or accessible. They don't actually want us to understand how they work. What they want is for us to get hooked on their unpredictability, similar to how social media's pull to refresh gives us instant gratification, fueling our addiction. I think these are unhealthy ways to interact with AI. Moreover, overusing them also trains us to cognitively offload our thinking and encourages learned helplessness. As STEAM educators, we need to foster curiosity, exploration, experimentation, innovation, critical thinking, and creativity. That's why my husband and I created Sage.Education, an open source AI platform for schools that focuses on ethical, transparent tools that puts the users in charge. No black boxes there. Sage is built for educators and learners of all ages. Unlike templated edtech, our platform gives schools precise controls over students' AI access, allowing educators to oversee and scaffold learning. At its core, it's a workshop where users don't just use AI, but create their own tools and agents. No other platform offers this level of customization, accessibility, and creative freedom. With Sage, you choose the AI model that fits your goal, or you build your own. Let's take a look at what some students made with Sage. Last year, grades 7 and 8 students created APA, their Astro Pi AI, to mentor them with Python coding for the Astro Pi Space Challenge. The European Astro Pi Challenge is an educational initiative run by the European Space Agency in collaboration with the Raspberry Pi Foundation. Using Sage's workshop, students created a simple and effective system prompt and curated a knowledge base. If you ask APA, how do I code a camera script? APA gives concise, project-focused guidance without going overboard with lengthy, complicated explanations, and without doing all the work for students. Let's go into the workshop and see how students made APA. Students started by adding an image of a Raspberry Pi computer as APA's avatar. They chose a base model called Sage, which uses Llama 3.370B. Sage is AI agnostic, so you can set it to any large language model you want. Students wrote a short and simple system prompt for APA that focuses on being a helpful tutor. They also attached a knowledge base, one with the Astro Pi rules and timeline, and another one for Python programming. In Sage's workshop, you can experiment and iterate with your AI as you build with it by chatting with it in the side window. This gives you the control to test what works and what doesn't. Let's say hi to APA. For fun, let's change APA's system prompt from being friendly and helpful to being unfriendly and unhelpful, and see how that changes their responses when we ask the same question. Wow, APA's responses are much drier and curt. Let's change Appa back to being friendly and helpful. And let's add something silly. Let's have Appa make a joke about pie. That was silly. Next, let's do a side-by-side comparison with ChatGPT and Appa. Let's ask them the following question. I'm doing the Astro Pi challenge. What should I do? At first glance, ChatGPT seems really fast, but on closer inspection, you can see that it gives a much longer and very detailed response, while Appa responds much shorter and straight to the point. Appa clearly states what the purpose of the mission is. When you read what ChatGPT says about the Astro Pi mission space lab, it actually gets it really wrong. ChatGPT tells students that they need to come up with their own experiment, that they need to design a full experiment that uses the Astro Pi computer's sensors or cameras to study life on Earth or in space. What's ironic is that ChatGPT even has a link to the mission space lab where it clearly states that the goal is calculate the speed of the ISS in kilometers per second. Central to making your own AI is the system prompt. These are the hidden roles, instructions, guidelines, and contextual information that set the stage for a large language model's behavior during a chat interaction. Think of the system prompt like the stage directions for an actor or your character sheet in a role-playing game. These instructions are hidden from the audience, but shape how they behave and respond. Big AI keeps their system prompts secret to users. They treat them like trade secrets, and you can't even create your own. But in Sage, you can craft your own. A strong system prompt combines role identity, audience-specific context, and action-oriented tasks to produce focused, high-quality outputs. Let's look at this in more detail. Step 1. Define the AI's role. That means assigning a specific identity, example, friendly tutor or science mentor. This will help establish your AI's overall tone and personality, expertise focus, and output style. Step 2. Set clear context. That means you need to specify your target audience, like the grade level, subject, specific needs, your topic and scope and background, like how experienced are students in this topic, your specific environment or situation. For example, is this a homework help or classroom discussion? Step 3, state the task explicitly. This means using action verbs and defining the deliverables. Action verbs examples include explain, create, generate, simplify. And deliverables are the clear guidelines for your output. Example, summarized in 3 bullet points. Scan this QR code to learn more Sage helpful tips on how to make great system prompts. Now that we know what to include in a system prompt, let's put this into action and make an AI. Let's make an iFixit music helper for my senior music students to use during their repair lab. Let's call the AI iFixit Music Helper. Its purpose will be to guide students in fixing their broken music tech. A suggested prompt for students: what can I help you fix today? Now for the system prompt. Let's define the role as you are a highly experienced technologist who loves to fix broken technology. You are friendly and helpful. You provide guidance for students who are looking for help with fixing their damaged music tech. Let's set the context. Students are in grades 7 to 11. They are new to fixing things. They have a 50-minute lunch period to work in the woodshop and the Makerspace. They have access to basic tools and soldering equipment. They want to learn to fix things instead of always throwing them out and buying new ones. Let's now set the task as a sequence of actions. Begin by asking students what they want to fix. Next, ask students what they think the problem is and how they think they can debug it. Evaluate the level of difficulty the fix might be. Also evaluate if the student might need adult help. Next, outline some of the equipment students might need to repair their broken item. Go step by step with the student to figure out how to fix the item. Ask one question at a time. Use short sentences and vigorous English. Be positive and helpful. Let's also add to the knowledge base. Let's make a list of workshop tools and safety protocols for electronic repairs. Okay, let's test this out. This is good. But I just thought of something. When interacting with a large language model, we are essentially creating a narrative story with them. And with this AI helper, they need to understand that we can't learn by watching them. So we should add something about our technologist working remotely through text and not in person. Let's add, you help them remotely through text only. Okay, overall, this is really good. I think my students will enjoy having an extra helper when they're trying to fix things. Sometimes when I'm busy working with an individual student and others need help and have to wait for me to finish with the student, they get frustrated, antsy, and even sometimes get into a bit of trouble while they're waiting for me. I think this AI will give them some guidance when I can't. This will also help me manage the lab sessions so that it's less stressful and demanding on me. I think this will be a great addition to my music project. I can't wait to test it out. As Sir Ken Robinson said in The Art of Teaching, gardeners know that they don't make the plants grow. Plants grow themselves. The job of a gardener is to create the best conditions for that to happen. With a maker mindset and tools like Sage.Education, students are more likely to question the limitations of the AI, think creatively about its applications, and develop a deeper understanding of the underlying technology, becoming creators with true agency. I hope I've inspired you to approach using AI in a healthier and more maker-minded way. Thank you for reimagining AI with me at Glow. Let's cultivate curious creators.